Here we go. Doors are opening. The Pacific awaits. That was amazing.
We did it. We did it. We did it in one day. Now we're in the Pacific. And we're going adventuring some more.
Pacific awaits.
Not many people can say they did it in one day. Oh.
Not many people can say they did it twice in a week.
Yeah, that's true.
6 o'clock in the morning on our way back to our boat to do the second crossing this morning. Tomorrow. It's early. How you guys feeling?
Good.
A little tired?
Want to get it over with? Yeah, no, I do. We've done it once.
Yeah.
The novelty's worn off.
Yeah, it is. Now it's just a silly crossing.
We're going on a train ride today, honey. Yay, train!
This is our train. Old and ancient. The shortest transcontinental railway in the world.
Hallo, Babus. Zoom. Meine Freund from Deutschland. Dankeschön. Hello, everybody.
The Panama Canal Railway follows a picturesque path across the Isthmus of Panama. The line flanks the Panama Canal, passing through lush rainforests, cruising alongside the canal locks, and gliding over the slender causeways of Gatun Lake. Additionally, cutting through the Continental Divide, in which they call Culebra Cut, an artificial valley excavated through some 8 miles of mountainous jungle terrain, as it was dubbed the most difficult task to building the entire project. Because of the difficult physical conditions of the route and the state of technology, the construction was renowned as an international engineering achievement, costing about $8 million US, but also costing an estimated 5,000 to 10,000 workers' lives. The route stretches 47 miles from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Hey, honey.
Oh, this is cool.
Better than a bus ride back.
Oh. So that's perfect.
And what's our plan for today?
Just get ready for tomorrow.
Okay. You leave tomorrow or tomorrow?
The railway is one of the world's less traveled but most attractive tourism corridors between the two oceans, and really was a great way for us to return to our boat back on the Atlantic side in just under 2 hours.
Okay, quick update. We got an email from our agent that we're crossing tomorrow at 4 a.m. and they're going to try and get us through all in the same day, which is pretty odd. That usually doesn't happen, usually more overnight in the lake. So we have a very early morning again and a very long day tomorrow. We should get through by about dark. Yep. About a 12-hour from 4 to 5, 13-hour journey, transit, passage.
We have to be out on the anchorage at 6 o'clock.
6
this
o'clock
evening,
tonight.
Ready for the pilot to board at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very long day.
Yeah.
Very long day, very short night tonight, very early morning. But we get through in one day and that'll be really cool. Okay.
We just got back to our boat this morning, and so we're going to be taking off here shortly, and then we'll start the passage, so we should be done with it by tomorrow afternoon actually. So we're very excited. Normally we would be doing an overnight in the lake, in Gatun Lake, and then doing the second set of locks, but we're actually going to do it all the way through. So we're very excited. We've got our buoys, we've got our lines, we're ready to go and take Evelias to the Pacific side.
You nervous?
No, because we used the Wolfhound as a trial run.
Yep.
Travel.
They were our guinea pigs, so we're now quite experienced. We're like very experienced. So yeah, we are crossing tomorrow. We leave today in about an hour. We're waiting on our line handler. As it turns out, we had to hire one guy. No big deal. He spends the night with us, and we get it all done in one day, which normally doesn't happen. You camp overnight in the lake, so we're gonna do it all in one shot.
Very unusual.
It is.
Very unusual for cruisers. Jock, you're doing a really good job.
So we're trying to sleep, or we're going to sleep early.
Yeah.
Because we have to get up and get off of the dock at 3.
Yeah.
And then we have to go to the flats, which is just outside of the marina and before the entrance of the canal.
The locks.
And the locks, the first set. And
we get boarded by a pilot.
Yeah.
He's an advisor, but he's a pilot.
And then he will take us through the locks, which maybe around 4, 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
but
4 or 5 in the morning. Hopefully it's light so we get good footage.
I know, it's just going to be a different experience because we went through with the Wolfhound and we left the dock at like 4 and started the passage at 6. So we got a little daylight.
Very little. And now we're going to have hopefully sunrise.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually.
But we're definitely going to get the lake during the day.
Like during the day, which will be neat.
Yeah.
But Elias is going to the other side.
We are going to the Pacific.
But first we must sleep.
Good night.
I can't sleep, I'm so excited.
Good morning. We are now getting our pilot delivered. And they're going to the 2 monohulls first and then coming to us last, I guess. And once he's on board, all 3 of us will start making our way towards the first chamber, the first lock.
Okay, here we go. We have the pilot on board and we're making our way to the first lock. It's still dark out, so it's going to be pretty interesting, but as soon as we get to the first lock, there'll be plenty of lights for us to see. But we are in the configuration of nested, so we'll be in the middle. We're a catamaran, and then we'll have 2 monohulls on either side of us, basically acting as our bumpers. So it'll be a little less work on our end compared to the last time what we did with the Wolfhound, where they were the only boat in the middle of the chamber, and we had all 4 people handling lines and tightening and loosening, so it was a lot of work. So all we need to do is just be in control with our motors and navigate through the center of the channel, while the other boats will loosen and tighten the lines as the water drops and fills up in the locks. We've got it actually pretty good this time. Wow.
Right up this butt.
Oh yeah.
Like, not even in driving, we're doing 4.5 knots. Just the wind behind us, and I think maybe the current coming in is what it's got to be.
Wow.
Yeah, just floating here at 4.5 knots.
So what do we have to do right now?
We're just hanging right behind this ship and waiting for another ship to come in that we're going to follow behind. Just some quick changes that they've decided to make based on size and everything, and we'll go in with the next ship. It looks like.
Oh, really? We're not going behind.
We're not going behind this one anymore.
Oh.
Right now we're going to go alongside the ferry boat, the passenger ferry, and then we're going to go next, and then another sailboat is going to go next to us. So we get squeezed in the middle, which is probably preferable over anything, so we don't have to do much.
Is there a ship in the lock with us?
Then that ship there in the distance is going to be in front of us. So we're going to be trailing through that pretty much, I think, the whole way until we get through the lake. And I don't know if we get through the same locks on the other side with it or not. So we're going through!
hurry up and wait, and of course now it's raining pretty good. So we're all getting dressed up for the rain. Okay, here we go.
Unreal.
It turns out, being tied up to another boat on the wall was much easier to deal with than the last time with the wolfhound. So much easier, in fact, that we had time to kick back and get to know our canal transiting neighbors.
Bye-bye, Atlantic.
Okay, you need to get engaged with the engine. So if you see that it's too powerful, the current, you can
Adjust a little
yes,
bit, okay. Okay.
It's gonna do the same.
Okay.
We're gonna move to the next chamber.
Yeah.
When the pilot do the signal, he's planning to go astern.
Okay.
So we just move a little, separate and go to the other side. Give some room for it to advance and repeat the same.
Then we redo. Okay.
Okay, now we are heading into Gatun Lake. We just finished the first 3 locks. It's gonna take us about 3 hours to get through the lake to the other side, and then we do 2 sets of locks descending, and we'll be in the Pacific. Bye, Jimmy!
We had completed the Gatun locks, traveling a distance of 7 miles and lifting 85 feet above sea level. And now we would spend a good portion of the morning transiting through the large freshwater Gatun Lake across the middle of the entire country of Panama. From Gatun locks to Miraflores, the trip consists of 31 miles, first lowering 54 feet at the Pedro Miguel locks just a mile before Miraflores. While before 1914 the area was originally a heavily wooded valley, full of thick jungle vegetation, now is a massive body of water covering 164 square miles, where hilltops have become islands and stumps of old mahogany trees can still be seen rising from the water. The lake is a major component to the operation of the canal locks. Each time a ship transits, 53.4 million US gallons of water is passed from the lake and into the sea. With over 14,000 vessels transiting per year, this obviously represents a very large demand for water. And since rainfall is seasonal in Panama, the lake acts as a water store, allowing the canal to continue operation throughout the dry season. However, the reoccurring droughts in the last decade due to climate change has left the 50-mile-long system of locks with only 3 billion cubic meters of water this past year, instead of the 5.2 billion cubic meters needed. Gatun Lake, which sustains the waterway and provides local drinking water, is also losing volume by evaporation, with its temperatures up 1.5 degrees Celsius in the past decade. It's just one more sign that the change of climate is causing real-world effects even in places you might not expect.
Nice catch! Woo! Your turn, Erica. Yes! Well done.
We had zoomed through the lake at 7 knots, even passing large cargo ships just to try and make an available opening with some other sailboats that were anchored in Gatun Lake just the night before. Despite the level of organization usually found with such a major operation, many changes still frequently occur throughout the day, and for us, we were thrilled with the expedited process through the locks. The end was near, the landscape was different, and the weather was much warmer than when we had started the day, and our final 3 locks descending down were just ahead.
Minimum reverse. Minimum reverse. Orange, neutral. Let's go. Keep the wheel starting to suelta de ahí para que suelta para al lado. Ahí mismo, esa que viene la copa ahí.
This is freaking nuts.
Being tied up to another boat and motoring.
Motoring, being tied up to another boat is nuts.
Do you feel it on the throttle or anything?
No.
Or?
It feels like his boat has more response than mine does.
Huh.
It kind of feels like he's carrying us.
Okay, you can pump the brakes now. That's enough.
Back this guy up a little bit.
Yep.
A little too close for comfort.
Very close.
Ana personal.
Thank goodness he's tied up.
All right. Change number 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Always changes.
Always. It's okay.
Number one.
All right, this is our last lock, and then we're into the Pacific. Pretty huge hurdle here for us. We are almost through the last lock, almost to the Pacific.
Passage beers!
How you doing, Mario? Attaboy.
Finish.
Will you come, Dad, lift up on the blue over here so I can pull more?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Pull lift up there.
Yeah. For you, I'd do anything.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay, go with that. Good job, babe. Really good. Yeah.
What about me?
Okay, Jacques, you did great
Feel
too.
like I've done everything. What about me?
Here we go. Doors are opening. Here we go. Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! The Pacific awaits. Woohoo! Okay, back to work. I wish we could get a drone of this. This would be crazy. feeling, honey?
Good.
That was amazing.
We did it. We did it in one day, and no problems. Now we're in the Pacific, and we're going adventuring some more.
Pacific awaits.
Not many people can say they did it in one day. Oh.
Not many people can say they did it twice in a week.
Yeah, that's true.
We were lucky to have this experience twice, and only pay for it once. It had been something we looked forward to for a long time, especially since it meant welcoming our boat to a new ocean that is new to all of us. The passage through the canal serves as a door to more dreams, more destinations, and more adventures.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Good work, crew. We're in the Pacific. She's never even been in the Pacific.
We've all made it to the Pacific. Another passage through the canals.
And I'm here by default.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done, thanks, guys.
Thanks, so go along.
Okay. Don't you poop on that. Don't you dare poop there.
Oh, you went, oh. Don't tell me, I tell you, Lou.
You don't tell me. I tell you.
Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to get reminders of new episodes, and also consider being our patron to get some exclusive content from WESail.
Well, guys, that was awesome. That was cool. That was fun. Huge box we just checked off. That was a big accomplishment and definitely a lot of fun.
It was a really cool experience. The fact that we got to do it twice, and today we went through in one day, even though it started at 3 a.m.
It's been a long day.
We got through the whole way today.
And now we're on to the Pacific, so a lot of fun stuff there too.
Looking forward to Costa Rica and just making our way north up to Mexico for the rest of the season.
Yep, so we'll do that for a season and spend a bunch of time in Cerro Cortez, and then next year we'll cross over the Pacific into the Marquesas in French Polynesia.
Woo!
Okay.
Neck and neck with the sea stallion pool and Elias. We're coming out around the corner, taking the inside corner, we're gonna take around the bend, and we're gonna wait.